What up, guys? Today we are jumping into lethal with a master crafted stalker bolt rifle on the sniper, so I am on a good class. However, I'm not using purification for this run, and consider I am using an underleveled stalker bolt rifle. This is almost a challenge run. I mean, we're jumping into lethal, which should be fine, but basically what I'm trying to do is use that extra movement speed to get wherever I want on the map and use ambush and stack it with some stalker bolt rifle shots. Now, I know the bolt carbine would have been better here, but I am trying to level up the stalker bolt rifle, and the stalker bolt rifle actually has a pretty good headshot multiplier, so I figured it could, hold its own in lethal at least. And as long as I had ambush, I was going to be able to get some good damage on the board. And of course, I can just protect myself with the relic combat knife I do have, also. So I'm not fully underleveled. I do have a relic here, melee weapon, and a relic sidearm also. Oh, going for the shadow stab there, but unfortunately I think I just missed. It kind of got close, but I'm doing my best to protect my teammate there. Going in for the stalker bolt rifle shots are kind of risky against a mob because it is underleveled, which as long as I play well, it's not going to be that big of an issue. And it is a Tyrannid mission anyway, so I'm just going to get those parries like you see there and get a nice, gun strike into an execution. And as long as I can parry gaunts, I should be able to keep my armor up. And I also have squad renewal, so, as long as I have camo, I should be okay. But as I said in the beginning of the video, I do not have purification. So this operation definitely has the recipe to get pretty sweaty. And this beginning spot definitely started off pretty sweaty also. I don't know what it is about absolute Tyrannid missions. I feel like they always start off like 0 to 100. You go right into, the middle of the battle. They send everything at you. And then it starts to cool down a little bit later in the operation. I guess it depends. Oh, those are spore mines absolutely shredding my health bar. And unfortunately, even if I had my camo, I don't have purification. Oh, sheesh. And yes, I was feeling it in this operation right here. I was thinking to myself, wow, I definitely needed purification. This build is definitely just a goofy build. I want to level up the stalker bolt rifle, but I also want to have at least some damage that goes along with it. So in my head, I'm thinking, hey, you know what? Close range stalker bolt rifle, stack it with ambush, and as long as you get up close, you can actually stagger and deal with mobs. The stalker bolt rifle, regardless, is still a good weapon anyway. So luckily the master crafted part of this, even though it's not doing as much damage as we would like, the stalker bolt rifle is still just a great weapon to use with sniper, and especially against zoanthropes, you can still get some nice chip damage on them. But yes, obviously I will be using a lot of ammo. And here we're starting to get pressured. What I want to do is go over there and pick up my teammates, because I know I will be able to do that fast with the sniper here. At this point, I'm always just using the fast res perk. It is so good and absolute. And it is just fun to use. It really is. It comes in handy so often. But unfortunately, I'm stuck here with a bolt pistol against that zoanthrope. And we were able to take it out. But I had really, really low health. So I have to play the rest of this operation practically perfectly. It's kind of weird. I think see, even with those boxes, ammo, which is interesting because I do need ammo. And we do have a Ravener here, so I'm trying to close in on that. And I do get my stalker bolt rifle bullets back. But yes, that is a Biovore. The Biovore in this situation is a little bit weird. I did not mean to go off that ledge. I wanted to just backtrack a little bit. I was kind of in a weird position, but luckily me falling off that ledge does not matter. We were able to take out the Biovore. And yes, at this part, we're just trying to get the codes. Inferno. This is the first operation, and it's kind of funny. It still feels fresh to me for some reason. I don't know what it is, but whenever I'm playing Inferno, it always feels like I haven't played it in forever, and I swear I play it like at least once every couple of days. But I guess it's just the fact that I like fighting Tyranids. Certain operations I feel like age poorly, but I guess it really depends on your cycle. Yeah, if you're looking for hard operations, the harder operations are going to feel more fun to you. Basically, if you're looking for like easier operations, then yeah, you're just going to lean towards that. But Inferno has it all, I feel like. Well, Absolute, Absolute's going to throw it all at you regardless. There's not really an easy operation on Absolute, depending on what you're doing. There's a quick look at our team perks. We do get another look at that later. I know it was pretty fast, but I was just trying to show off it for the Emperor right there. And I'm still very low health, going for the execution right there, which is nice, and I pick up a stim. That was very clutch, definitely needed that. I know what you're thinking, the Assault class right there, he has the Mortal Wound, right? But like the stim's not going to do anything for him there. I really just wanted to make sure that I was able to, heal myself in bad situations. I did not want to wait for my team to pick me up or anything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up that. I'm gonna pick up that stim. I had a feeling this fight was going to continue to get like bad. So as long as I have a stim pack, I know I can hold my own. And I do have some pretty nice res perks also, so, I'm just trying to keep the support build alive. But yes, we can see how this fight goes with the Carnifex. Also, like, let's be honest, the Assault class has to take some responsibility for themselves also, like, as far as how reckless they play. And luckily, I have a player here who takes full responsibility for the recklessness. This Assault player definitely goes into this Carnifex fight without any fear, and I totally respect them for it. You see me behind the shield here with the heavy. Again, this is a mastercrafted Stalker bolt rifle. Luckily, it still packs a little bit of a punch for those Terminus health bars. As you can see right there, it's practically my relic bolt pistol. And there's a stim. So I point that stim out in the hopes that the Assault class is going to pick it up. And yes, we get this Carnifex down pretty fast. Like this Carnifex seriously got melted. His health bar went down really, really fast. And yeah, some cheers for the Emperor. Pick up the stim, Assault. You definitely need you definitely deserve it, and you need it. But yeah, we're getting through this operation without too much trouble. I think last time I was here, I ran into triple Biobor. That was kind of rough. Running into Biobors is kind of weird. Sometimes you're with a team that's just good for it. But you know what? Running into Lictors, it never gets old. I'm always excited to run into these when I have like a fencing weapon. And yes, this is where I'm going to get some headshots. Oh, I get called out with the unblockable there. That's the one thing that I'm still really looking to improve there, is not getting like tunnel vision for the parries. And as soon as you hear the cue, the sound cue, you just go in for the parry no matter what. I've been doing that way too often. But still, you know what? We were able to take down that Lictor without much trouble, even with that. But yeah, I feel like once an operation, I feel like it'll happen once in an operation where I will get hit by an unblockable that I try to go parry, and then for the rest of the operation, I should be good. And this Tyranid right here, just sitting there blocking. He's just sitting there blocking me, and I was kind of getting annoyed because I couldn't tell if I was getting any damage in through the blocking, which I'm not, because I have a mastercrafted Stalker bolt rifle. So yes, I start to go and shoot at his legs, and I was just very sick of it, so yeah. And we have some pretty good team perks here. Of course, I am using marksmanship, just so the mastercrafted Stalker bolt rifle isn't doing no damage. It's still going to be a, not the best weapon in the world because it's under-leveled. Still, we have some nice team synergy here, I gotta say. Even proven efficiency is going to be very worthwhile since I am using fencing. And as long as we can get through this part, we are going to be fine for this operation, unless we get jumped on by some extremists at the last second. Now, I do have some shock grenades here. I think shock grenades are actually pretty good for this part. And I do think shock grenades are kind of underrated in operations. I feel like nowadays everyone goes for crack grenades and meltas. But shock grenades are pretty good as long as you know where the enemies are going to spawn. And, slowing them down, it's not really that bad. Slowing them down is kind of helpful, as far as Tyranids go. I think shock grenades against chaos is a little bit more difficult because they can just like teleport out of the way or something, right? But yeah, the Tyranids get absolutely shredded. Right here, I'm finally using the scope just to see where the zone thropes are. The scopes are seriously so good. I gotta start using them more often. There's like weapons that have scopes that I'm just very surprised about. Like sometimes like the Oculus, sometimes I forget has a scope. I think the Instigator has a scope also. I could be mistaking, but regardless, even when it comes to the Stalker bolt rifle, I definitely want the scope also. And yes, I might have made the mistake and mentioned that I had squad renewal on this build or something, because I'm surprised I don't. Squad renewal is really good with ambush, but I am very desperate for some damage out of the Stalker bolt rifle, so I'm not surprised that I added some extra headshot damage. Which, you know what, it kind of helps out the heavy, I guess. The heavy can get some headshot damage. Even the assault class can get some headshot damage, which I still have to give them some credit. Hey, they still have the mortal wound there, but they are able to just fight through it. As long, yeah, right there, that Gaunt, what were they thinking? That Gaunt just jumped at me by themselves, got absolutely parried. There's just another shock grenade just in case. But dude, look at that damage! Look at that damage from that enraged major. I did not see him becoming enraged coming. He just enraged as soon as I lost my armor and I went down in one shot. That was unfortunate, so definitely thanks for picking me up there. Definitely should I basically put down my guard there, and you know, they caught me. they caught me off guard. But yeah, for the Emperor, we're definitely still getting through this operation. We're a pretty good team, I will say. It's not often I play with the heavy as the sniper or the assault, but I feel like we kind of complement each other well. The heavy class obviously just has really good, consistent DPS, while I go for the special kills, and then the assault class can also just go for mob hits or special kills. So I just think we're very versatile. And yes, there I was using the scope, but then I decided to just not use it anymore, I guess. Sometimes it's weird. It's like they were hitting me with the orbs, right? So I had to dodge in and out. Sometimes it's just easier to just kind of not scope when you're looking to dodge. But yeah, the assault class goes down. Luckily, they'd have a Guardian Relic, which is really nice. And right there, I'm just using the bolt pistol just to take out some gaunts. Okay, so we all know a patch is on its way. I'm definitely really excited for the patch. Right now is a really good time just to level up some weapons that you are interested in using when you prestige, so definitely fully level your weapons. And also, right now, I'm just leveling up some weapons casually just because I likely will be using them to level up with me when I prestige. We will see. We will see. I know I want to jump in with heavy, but I guess the sniper will also be a really good prestige class because of purification. And as we've seen in this operation, you don't need purification. You just have to play very, very carefully. It's interesting. It's like as I've been using purification for so long, I didn't really notice how you know, fragile the sniper can be. And yes, we're getting jumped on by extremists at the last second, of course, because this is Inferno, so this always happens. Hey, we were able to take him out though, so that was good. That was good. That was a good run. We were definitely a good team. We playing with the heavy as a sniper when you can just hold out like behind their shields. It is so helpful for a ranged class to do that. But yeah, that was definitely a good run. I put up 14,000, almost 15,000 damage with a mastercrafted Stalker bolt rifle, but the heavy, obviously I'm not going to out damage the heavy, but hey, picked up some teammates and I didn't go down. That was practically like a support sniper run.